So TikTok just made a huge announcement that they will be shifting to GMV Max only. This is the only form of shop ads that they will be allowing on the platform. In this video, I'm going to be covering exactly what happened, why, the implications, and how to update your strategy as a TikTok shop affiliate. Now, real quick before I jump on in, a little bit more about me, Brands Meet Creators. We are a creator community, a TikTok shop agency, and a platform. We do between 5 million and 10 million GMV every single month. And on this channel, I'm going to be sharing insights, what I'm seeing working, and anything that I find interesting. So let's dive on in. Let's talk a little bit more about what TikTok just did this July with their GMV Max, how they got rid of all of the other shop ads. So TikTok has confirmed that from July onward, all TikTok shop campaigns must run through GMV Max. So live shopping, product shopping, video shopping ads can no longer be created or edited. So GMV Max is absorbing every eligible creative, organic post, paid ads, affiliate content. This is where brands, they set the bids, pacing, increase spend until the ROI target is met. Effectively, TikTok now decides what brands pay for every incremental sale, will push spend until the last dollar of your product margin is captured. All right, let's break this down a little bit more. So there's no more TikTok's getting rid of Spark ads, the standalone shop ads. Everything is GMV Max. They want to go the route. Other platforms are doing the same thing, right? Google, they have like these Google Performance Max. Essentially, what they are telling brands right now is that our AI is smarter than you. Don't pick any targeting. Don't pick any placements, any of this stuff. Just tell us the budget. Tell us what you can afford in terms of like an ROI, and just let us do everything. And they're grouping all of this together, right? So paid, organic, affiliate, it's all grouped into one bucket. This is TikTok's like full capture moment where all orders, whether they come from ads, organic videos, affiliate posts, that is all going to be tied to GMV Max. And we'll talk a little bit more about the implications for this. Everything's going to be at a shop level too. There's no longer like individual ad level ROI targeting. Big picture, TikTok is steering advertisers towards a closed AI-driven system where creative and product, that's the whole thing at the end of the day, less about media buying. Now, let's talk about the implications. When I first read this, when I first heard this, TikTok, they've been signaling that this is going to happen for a while. I think the last I checked, though, this was supposed to happen September. To me, it felt like they did this quicker than their initial timeline. I could be wrong on that, but it was my understanding that this was going to happen later, and July was kind of just like out of nowhere. They just announced this. And when I first read this, what I thought was this quote by this guy right here, Mr. Jeff B. Your margin is my opportunity. And that kind of felt like exactly what's going on here. GMV Max is TikTok's your margin is my opportunity moment. Basically, every free viral view, everything that the brands used to enjoy is now being routed through a pay-to-play AI that scales spend until the brand profit hits zero. So let me break that down a little bit in terms of like what this actually means. So these are estimated numbers based on the research that's out there. I don't know how accurate these are. Take that with a grain of salt. This is just to kind of show an example here. So US market in 2024 did about 9 billion in GMV. TikTok's take home from that, they started their fee at like, I think it was 2%, then they bumped it to 5, then they bumped it to 8, but the blended amount was about 6 or 7%, which you take that from the 9 billion, about 600 million in gross. Now, affiliates, the estimate is that about 60% of all sales were driven by affiliates. You bake in about a 10 to 12% commission on average. You're looking at about the same thing here from affiliates, right? 600 million gross, 600 million to affiliates. Now, let me see if I can write on here. All right. So what TikTok is trying to do is, first off, they want to grow this number, right? So 9 billion last year. Of course, their goal is to make it a bigger pie, right? So let's say the pie was 9 billion last year, which is call it about that much. They want to grow that pie to whatever it is, right? 15 billion, something like that. Now, their take home of that pie was only about 600 million, right? So they're bringing home that much. Here's how big the pie is. Here's how much they're taking home. Affiliates, we're taking home about the same amount. And then the rest of that is being taken home by the brand. Now, what did I say up here from Mr. Jeff B? Your margin is my opportunity. So TikTok, this is them right here, right? That's how much TikTok is taken home. So this, what's getting paid to creators, this, what's getting paid to brands, that is TikTok's opportunity. So they want to grow the full pie and they want to start eating into that. And so how are they going to do this? First of all, just check this logic here. It just makes sense, right? As a company, their job is to grow this. How do you grow this? You got to eat some of the brands, you got to eat some of the creators, and you want to grow the entire pie, right? So they're making the pie bigger and they want to make their piece of the pie as a higher percentage. And so what is going to happen with this GMV Max? They're basically signaling that the organic virality is going to go down. This is a pay to play market now. This is pay to play. And where is it? Everything is going to be run through GMV Max. Organic, affiliate, ads, everything is GMV Max. They are saying, put money in here and we will give you sales. And it's this full like bidding market on who can pay the most to acquire a customer. You've also seen as an affiliate, a lot of your commissions are starting to go down. You notice how they rolled out the open rate and the shop ads rate are different, right? So as a brand, they might set, 30% open, but now their ads rate is going to be like 5% or, maybe it's 10%. And TikTok has signaled that, hey, this is where everything is going. It's the GMV Max. So as an affiliate, everything is about hitting high quality videos that get triggered by GMV Max. And so they're going to force the brands to start to pay more. So this is what it's going to end up looking like right here. TikTok is going to try to take a bigger piece of this pie and they're going to grow the pie. Affiliates probably are going to get eaten into a little bit, right? The massive virality and these huge, these huge months where you see affiliates making like 100,000, 150,000 a month, it's going to be much harder. And they're going to eat into this brand's piece as well. Just what's going to happen. So who's going to win here? Likely winners on the brand side are going to be high margin products, products that have strong LTV off platform. These are the goalies of the world, right? The brands that they can break even or lose on their first order. And for creators, it's going to be creators that have high GMV per view. What this means, creators that can convert. If your videos convert, guess what? Gets picked up by GMV Max, spend goes through the roof. Optimal algorithm engagement. TikTok wants to optimize their basically dollars per view. That's conversion rate, essentially. If you, as a creator, know how to make that style of video, stuff that converts, you are going to be great. Who's going to get squeezed? Creators that have low quality videos, kind of these like one-off type brands, like the drop shippers, they're just not going to be able to make it work. Low margin brands, they're going to get killed as well. Expect this like pay to play to continue. The most important thing is just like making high quality videos. That's the number one thing. And brands, the brand margins are going to get squeezed. Everything's going to be going through GMV Max. As a creator, you got to be focused on how can I make videos that convert, that are going to get picked up by GMV Max. That's everything right now. And TikTok has signaled that it's everything. Updating your strategy. So if you guys haven't seen this video, I did the State of TikTok Shop 2025. A little bit more info on this. So what we found is that the top 1% of videos drive 80% of GMV. I expect that trend to only continue, this gap to get even larger, right? Where the top 1%, that might drive 90% of GMV. So your job as a creator, crack into that top 1%. It's all about hitting those top 1% videos. Double down on generating high quality creatives. How are we focusing on this as a company at BMC? We launched this AI-powered viral scriptwriter. This thing, we've worked on this for a while. We're basically feeding in all of our TikTok shop data in terms of what works, what doesn't work, into this AI that writes scripts for you. We rolled this out to our community a couple weeks ago, and it has gone crazy. Here's Courtney, viral scriptwriter, 500,000 views. Follow-up video, I'm having fun again, get the scriptwriter, almost back-to-back hitters, 500,000, 140,000, 800,000, crushing it. Maddie, this is your sign. Posted 11 hours ago. It's taken off. All of her videos before. Check out the views. Here's Christy. If you're wondering if the viral scriptwriter is worth it, I've never seen video views like this before. 30,000 views. It's all about cracking into high performing videos. If you are a creator, go check those out. I'll leave the link below to the viral scriptwriter. Also, if you want to check out, we have a free platform where brands post jobs to work with you as TikTok Shop affiliate, where you can get paid on commission, not just commission, but also fee for a retainer. So they'll pay you 50 bucks a video, 100 bucks a video, 20 bucks a video, depending on your skill level, 10, 20, 30 videos per month. Hope you guys found a lot of value in this one, and I will be seeing you in the next video.